Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams, and I am going to make a new bread. And this is like it can either be rolls or like a flat bread, and it's cheesy. And it's styled after Fathead bread. If you've ever had Fathead bread, put had it in the comments. If you've never had it, put never had it. So I'm starting with a cup of shredded mozzarella cheese and 3 ounces of cream cheese. This cream cheese is already pretty soft, and the mozzarella cheese is fairly soft too. So I'm gonna melt this 20 to 30 seconds at a time. So I'm gonna put 30 seconds. This microwave is a little less powerful, and so I'm gonna put 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna mix it until it's all combined. So one moment, I'm right here still. Don't go away. And okay, I'm back. Now, with this, we're going to use coconut flour instead of almond flour, and coconut flour absorbs, so you need a lot less of it. And we're only going to use 3 total and more ingredients. So this is super simple. If you are using the oven, you're going to use it at 375 degrees, and you're going to bake it till it's golden and you want to flip it. And then make sure it's cooked on both sides, or the rolls. So you can either make little balls for rolls, or you can make, or you can make flat like bread. And we're gonna do it on the stove because it is not, I haven't gotten the oven to work yet. So Kyla is gonna mix.
Can I use this spoon?
Y ven acá para hacerlo, por favor. Para que personas pueden ver. Enfrente de la cámara. Puedes ponerlo encima. So she's gonna start mixing. And then if it needs to be melted some more, which I think it does, then we're gonna put it back in the microwave for another 30 seconds. All right. So we're just gonna get an initial mix, and then we're gonna put it back in the microwave. Kyla, ¿puedes ayudarme, por favor? All right, so she's gonna put that back in for 30 more seconds. And then tell me where you're watching from. Thumbs up, hearts, share this video. You're gonna wanna try to make this bread. It's gonna be delicious. And I wanna know how you would use it. Would you use it alongside, I would love to use it like alongside my eggs and avocado. Actually alongside anything. This is not gonna be, it's gonna either be a flatbread or a roll. Tell me which one you would make. Would you bake it, or would you, Kyla, por favor? Would you bake it? Or would you make it on the stove like I'm gonna do right now? Initially my plan was to bake it, but it's gonna work really well on the stove too. I heard it start to pop, the cream cheese start to pop. Kyla wants to come and mix it again. And we might need one more 30 seconds. We want it to be combined. So I see that the bottom isn't quite there. Listo? Okay, so she's gonna put it back in the microwave for me. And then I'm just gonna give it a little bit more of a push. And then this is gonna be the last 30 seconds. And then we're gonna add the rest of our ingredients, mix it all up, and then create a flat. I'm gonna make flat ones. The balls aren't gonna work on the stove. So if you wanna make balls, you're gonna need to bake it 375 degrees, 190 Celsius. And until it's golden and cooked. It is going to be it's soft because there's a lot of cream cheese. Not a lot, but there's a good amount of cream cheese. All right, that was 30 seconds?
No, 15, but it's starting to pop.
Okay, we'll see if it's done.
Can you take it? It's hot.
Okay. All right, so we are back. We are making coconut flour, Fathead style bread. All right, yeah, this is getting real close. It's almost all the way combined, but you can see that it's just it's missing a little bit of being combined. Okay, Kyla, una vez más.
You don't have to take that.
Okay. It's hot, so you definitely want to use something that's microwave safe. And it's really close, so we'll be there in a second. Okay, Kyla is gonna do it, and then I'm gonna get my avocado oil. I would maybe use coconut oil or avocado oil in your pan, or even butter. I might could use butter. Well, I don't want it to stick though, so I'm gonna use oil. Okay, Kylie, pull forward. So I'm gonna use a little bit of avocado oil. And
You get it?
yep. Kylie is ready to mix. And I'm the holder. Oh yeah, now it's nice and well combined. So you do want to get it to where this is,
Ooh, yeah.
it's like all combined, where it's one solid, not solid, it's really soupy, but one mixture. Now we're gonna add our egg in here. And I probably should have waited to add my avocado oil. So I'm gonna move to here. Nothing is on. And I'm gonna add 1 beaten egg.
Next round, can I play?
And then I'm gonna add 2 more ingredients, and then we're done and ready to cook it. So tonight we are going to eat at a restaurant because it's our last night in Ecuador, and it was gonna be easier than cooking here tonight. So, and this is the last night. So this part you gotta stir a little bit because it doesn't combine necessarily with the egg. You wanna kind of push it into it, but it doesn't just combine. And we're gonna add our coconut flour next. So once we have this, it's gonna look like it's not gonna combine, but it will. It's not gonna combine like this, but it will be combining with the flour. All right, now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. Let me double check my recipe. I'm pretty sure, yes, 2 tablespoons of coconut flour is what I'm creating. I don't want to get too much, but I keep getting too little once I get a little bit off. All right, so that's 1 tablespoon and 2 tablespoons of coconut flour. And then Kylie is mixing that now for us.
Never mind, I'm not.
It's it takes maybe you have a little bit bigger bowl because it takes a little bit of patience to make sure that it's not gonna, like the powder isn't gonna come out. But pretty soon our egg is going to be well absorbed with our coconut flour and the cheese all mixed together. And then I'm gonna add just a pinch of pink salt. And I'm gonna be adding pink salt to the top and bottom of them.
What are you making?
If you are doing this in the oven, you're going to use parchment paper to put your ball or your flat bread shape on so that it doesn't stick. So I definitely am going to use oil versus butter because I think the butter will just kind of bake up and burn versus getting that. So you can see that maybe you can see, it's getting combined. You can tell that it's all of it's combining together now. And I'm gonna form this a little bit differently. It's a little bit moist of a dough, so I might not use my hands for the stove version. Actually, maybe for both. But if I'm doing both dough balls, I can probably use my hands. I might be able to with a little bit of water on my hands. Yeah. Tell me where you're watching from. I'd love to say hi. Like, share, heart this video so that you can make this later. This is a new recipe. It is not written yet. I just created it right now. All right. So you can see that it is soft and doughy. So I'm going to get a little bit of water on my fingers. I'm gonna get some water. Uh-oh. Yeah, all right. A little bit of water on my fingers. And we're going to form this dough ball, and also I'm gonna get my avocado oil moving by turning on my stove. And we're gonna use a dough ball. Water will help it not stick. So it's very barely sticking. Oh, I forgot to put my pinch of pink salt. So you can put a pinch of pink salt into the dough itself. I'm gonna put it now on top of the bread. All right, Kyle, puedes, puedes mover el aceite, por favor? So Kyla is gonna move the oil all around the pan as best as she can. If we need more, we can add more.
It doesn't need more.
Huh?
Does not.
Does not? Okay. Pero no está en todas partes.
It doesn't really matter.
Sí, it does.
No, because when I did my eggs, it didn't do anything.
Sí, porque estamos moviendo, pero eso está quedando en un lugar.
In the guard.
Okay. Now we're going to put it down. It is pretty thick at the moment. I am not sure, since it's a brand new recipe, if I need to make it thinner or not. So I'm going to let it be thicker. And I can always press it into the cannon. I know you can't see me, so I'm going to have to move the camera down a little bit. Maybe Catalea can help me, please. She's just going to angle. Oh, ten cuidado, okay.
Is that good?
Okay,
No,
yeah,
is it?
that's good. We can see it now. So I'm going to push it down so that it can be a little less thick, so it cooks better all the way through. And I'm kind of pressing it out. And then Kylea is going to use the salt and sprinkle it with salt.
And I am also still sick.
Es este.
Oh.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So she's going to sprinkle the top with pink salt. Más aquí. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then we'll do that on the other side too. So I think I'll be able to get 2 of these into one pan, and I think this was gonna make, looks like it's gonna make about 5 of these breads. So let me get this going. This is coconut flour Fathead style bread. Coconut flour Fathead style bread. And you can make it in just a ball and bake it, or you can even bake it like this too. You don't have to cook it on the stove. I just couldn't get the oven to light, so I'm doing it on the stove. I think it would take a lot, well, it would take less like intense time where you have to be watching it and doing something to it if you do it on the in the oven. All right, so now I'm going to rinse my hands so that I can watch these and add some salt. And then I'll do the rest in a moment. I'll make the other balls in a moment, but I wanted to show you these. And pink salt on each side. And then I'm looking for my spatula, and so that I can flip it easily. Spatula, spatula. Tell me where you're watching from. Kyle, ¿puedes ayudarme, por favor? Busca una spatula en uno de esos cajones, por favor. So, these are coconut flour cheese. I should say cheese. Coconut flour cheese. Coconut flour cheese or cheese coconut flour. Fathead style bread. I guess Fathead tells you that it has cheese in it. All right.
There's only this is the closest thing.
Okay, perfect. Gracias. All right, so I have my spatula and I have this ready to be flipped. Not yet. So I'm gonna make my other balls while I'm waiting, and have them ready to go. At least I won't actually have the balls ready, I mean the flat ready to go, but I could have it divided a little bit. So it looks like I definitely have enough to do 5 total of this size. And if you're doing smaller like rolls, then you'll have even more. This is, it may even be closer to 6, but it's about that. All right, let me now see if one of them at least is ready to flip and show you. The first one that we did. Maybe. It's sticking a little bit because I think we just needed a little bit more oil, but we will see if we can change that for the next set. And it also could be that I just need to be patient. That's probably more of what it is. I need to be patient. I don't think it's cooked on the other side yet. It's a little bit there, but not quite. A little bit brown is what my words were supposed to come out with. That side's a little bit easier to remove. So make sure if you're using oil that you use enough oil to, that it's a little bit easier to move it. But I also don't think that it's quite done. I didn't want to burn it, so I didn't want to turn up my heat too much. This is it. This is the recipe. Once I turn it, once I flip it, I'm going to put some salt on the other side, some pink salt on the other side, and then it will just be cooking till it's brown on both sides, like golden. All right. Sorry to keep you all waiting in long suspense. We do have, while you're waiting, 3 flavors of ketones that are on sale through tonight, and actually only available through tonight. And that's the Buzz Brew Coffee, the Pineapple Dole Whip, or so it's called Pineapple Dream, and the Bomb Pop Popsicle are only available through tonight and discounted. All right, so definitely some more oil. Kylie, ¿puedes poner un poquito más aceite antes que pongo atrás? Yes. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to, okay, yeah, that's good. Now we've got plenty of oil, and that'll help move it around. I personally would make this with avocado oil. I mean this is avocado oil with coconut oil. And I probably would also bake them just because I want to do other stuff. Hi, Isabel. While I'm doing this rather than sit and move these ones. But you can see that it got golden on this side, and I think it just is going to take a little bit of more time. So now adding more pink salt to that side. And now we have plenty and plenty of oil.
Thanks to me.
Let me see if I can get that to flip better. The avocado oil here is a little bit on the yellow side, so that's why it might look a little bit different color. It wouldn't, at home our oil is a little bit more clear, just a little bit, and so this will look a little bit more yellow than what it actually is. All right, that's it. This is the recipe. I did want to show you when finished, but let me see if it's done. No. I think it needs to cook a little bit longer. I will put up a reel soon of me trying it so that you can see the final results. But have a wonderful night. If you want information about the flavor sales of ketones, my mom magic, send me a message so I can make sure to give that to you before they leave and go away tonight. All right, from my house, well, Daisy's house, to your kitchen. Last night in Ecuador, global flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Bye!